Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tara Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people we love and care about most. We're all about personal development here, starting our mornings off on the right foot. You become better for not only you, but the people you love and care about most. You gotta be a little uncomfortable and take that leap of faith. You're in control of the process. I'm here with you. If we don't continue to grow, if we don't continue to move on, we will be sad and upset. We're more so talking about today how to get back into your community or how to give back in general. One of the sections in our one-page life plan that we make together over our 6-week boot camp together is one of the sections is giving back. Like, you need to advocate and you need to figure out how it is that you are going to give, because we're big believers in Tony Robbins' famous quote, if you're not giving, then are you really living? So we're going to go quickly through these 10 tips to volunteer and to give back to your community. So if you've been thinking about these lately, or you want to do one, or maybe you can branch out and have a different idea of something along those lines. All right, number 1, volunteer. Look for local charities or nonprofit organizations that work in your community and volunteer your time and energy to help them achieve their goals. If I'm being blatantly honest, the only one I've really been doing as of late with this is this Christmas for Kids stuff. And I remember this little boy coming in, and the toy, I'm not trying to be an a-hole, but the toy really wasn't that nice or nothing crazy, right? And this kid just like comes in, and I'm like, hey, you can grab one of these, whatever one you want. And he's like, oh my gosh, really? And the kid was dressed in rags, and he just ran up, grabbed some toy, and then he just like is squeezing it and hugging as hard as he can. He's like, this is the best gift ever. And he's like almost crying, and I'm like crying. I'm like, holy crap, this is crazy. Because I was never really big. I'm sure like a lot of us, I didn't do a lot of this type of work growing up. So seeing that, volunteering, looking for opportunities to volunteer, it'd be pretty incredible stuff. Number 2 would be donating. So at the end of the day, a lot of people don't like to hear this, but being able to contribute money is very, very powerful in like helping organizations. Consider donating to organizations that support causes that are important to you. Right now, I donate money to there's Red Cross in Ukraine, where they help people in Ukraine. They're literally getting bombed and all this crazy stuff. We live in America. It's awesome, amazing. We don't have these fighter jets and tanks and all this crazy shit rolling through our country, which I'm very, very grateful for. USA is the best. But can't help but you got to know, at the end of the day, money is very powerful. It's a tool. It's not the end all be all. It's like not pure happiness, but what it can do as a tool is pretty incredible. Support local businesses. Buy from small, locally owned businesses whenever possible, especially those that are owned by members of underrepresented communities. Maybe you're thinking of, oh, maybe once a week I can stop by a local coffee shop. I don't want to blow all of my money, right? Whether it's to local businesses or not, you got to budget and you got to be investing in yourself and your family and your future. But if you are going to indulge, say once a week, maybe it's from a local business would be better than something like a McDonald's. Okay, next is mentoring. I have benefited so greatly from this, and I really haven't. I'm pretty early on. It's not like I'm some huge success or anything like that. We're definitely making a lot of progress, but I personally have benefited from this so much. I've had mentors in college. I had mentors when I worked for App Properties in Chicago for the real estate firm. I've had mentors in coaching up until today. And it's made I can't even put into words how invaluable it is to have mentors. So maybe you're thinking about mentoring somebody else. Think about someone wanting to learn from you. They're thinking, I think so highly of you, your capacity, your ability, everything that you represent. It means so much to me that I want to hear from you. So maybe this can be a young person, a coworker, anyone who can benefit from guidance. Educate in general. So this is something that the show truly represents. And maybe you want to do your own show. Maybe you want to make more social media content, share articles, posts, videos that shed light on important social and environmental issues. So you can educate people to try and help and give back to your community. Participate. We talked about this one. This is the one I'm doing tonight at a local event for a real estate group. We are hosting the mayors who are candidates for the community, and we're going to be checking them out. And I'm excited to get parts of it. But just looking for opportunities. A great way I've found out about new stuff to do in the area is reading the newspaper. So maybe you could check out that. Number 7, be a good neighbor. Be a good neighbor. Don't be that butthole neighbor who is always, blaring music, or maybe leaving out trash, or just use common sense on this one, right? Be kind and respectful to your neighbors. Offer to help them with tasks. Be mindful of noise levels and look out for their safety. These are just basic things that we can all hope and aspire for to get support from. But just being a good neighbor could be a way that you give back to your community. Just going forward into the future, we need to be delicate with the planet. We need to treat it with respect, and just anything that you use and you respect, you usually have more gratitude and grace for. So if you're going to tear me apart with scientific facts about this is fake, that's fake, that's fine. I don't care. But what I do care about is just let's set the precedent and the principle for other people, because everything starts somewhere. Be smart on what you're advocating for and just do it in peaceful ways, right? Just because you believe in something doesn't mean somebody else is wrong for doing something or believing something wrong. This is unfortunately usually the catch or the con with stuff like this, or I feel bad that I even have to bring this up. But just when you're going for your causes and you're believing, don't be so quote unquote open-minded that you become closed-minded. So advocate for the causes that you want, but don't be condescending because other people aren't at your level yet. So not everyone evolves and grows at the same time, having empathy. And that's not even what the avocation is about, I would argue. So number 10, and what I believe is the simplest but most important, spread positivity. If you're going to do anything from this morning show today, remember to smile, remember to share, and remember everyone's moving at different states of life. Whether you just had a child or you're going to prison, people are moving in different spaces, different times, and everything's different. So you never know if my point is, you never know if someone's having a bad day. So if you can support them just by spreading a little bit of positivity. So be kind to others, spread positivity, and focus on the good in the world. Small acts of kindness can make a big difference in someone's day. So as from the show title, you can see 10 tips to help give back to your community. What is the one challenge you can do in the next 7 days? What is one thing that you can do? What has your interests up, and what makes sense? Giving is living. Living is giving. Thank you, Tony Robbins. Shout out to the GOAT. But that's all I had for today. This was 10 tips to give back to your community. I hope this was helpful, everyone. Thanks for checking out our content. If you want to learn more about investing in yourselves and working with me and our company personally, we offer a 6-week Total Life Mastery Bootcamp where we go over the most important topics to make sure that our life has the foundation we need to catapult us forward, to take the right and proper actions, to become happier and more productive, guaranteed, or our money back.